hey, have you ever played Sonic Adventure 1 before? It's not like that. People are the water. Wait, oh god, is that how Perfect Chaos worked? Oh no, oh fuck, oh no!
I mean, despite in the end of Sonic Adventure 1, everybody's like, you hear like a bunch of voices cheering out of nowhere for Sonic to beat Chaos. And it's like, where are these people? How are they alive? We watched the opening cutscene and buildings are exploding with water and like destroying everything. Where are these people?
Yeah, what the heck? So here's the thing. This is an evolution episode. I'm convinced the writers just straight up have like super hard favoritism for Kiyo as a character.
I mean, I like him. He's probably my favorite of the trio.
He's the best member of the trio, and it feels like the writers know it because no one else even comes close to this crap.
I think the motivation for the evolution is kind of weak, but that's been the case for all of them.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I like people. It's like, yeah. Jellymon's like, I like people. And Keel's like, yeah, I think I like people too. Mega evolution.
Yeah, I feel like it works better than the others at least, because at least this is part of like a character arc for Jellymon, or at least that's how I interpret it. Because Jellymon was always like really above everything and just really like self-centered about a lot of stuff. And it's like, you know what? No, other people are pretty cool, aren't they? You know what?
But she never gave off the impression that she didn't like humans. Like,
yeah, but I can read into that at least.
I don't know. She showed up and she was just like, yeah, become my partner, like against his will. It's like you wouldn't do that with like if you didn't like people.
Yeah, it's at least consistent with the stuff they've been through. Exactly. Whereas Angormon's like, oh, remember the fun times and swords and amusement parks. Oh, I want to do more things. Don't you want to ride the merry-go-round again, Ruri? And she's like, why are you saying this? He's like, but don't you... But samurai swords? Aren't samurai swords cool?
I don't know. I don't think it's any more or less dumb than a sudden realization that you like people.
I think that's way dumber. Just completely unrelated, just nothing going on. It's like, oh yeah, we have to stop this pharaoh. It's like, hey, samurai swords, right? Here's just, I had more power, Ruri. I like doing things. I'll find a new hobby. Freaking like Kiyo. If I don't stop this, the whole world is done. The human race will die.
Was Heroes literally just I need more power?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Okay, yeah, because I was gonna say, wait a minute, I don't even remember what Heroes was.
He was like, no, I'm not gonna end here. We need to be strong enough to beat this thing. And he's like, yeah, don't worry, Gamamon, I'll protect you or whatever. Give me more power. And they did the thing.
Yeah.
Man, Heroes was so out of nowhere. Holy crap.
I mean, fair enough point. We're going to die if we can't fight this Mega. Become a Mega.
Gamamon, we don't have time for important character development. The plot demands we either do it now or we just lose. He anime screams and they get stronger. Yeah, just straight up. Man, Kiyo's just straight up like, I could just roll away. I could like fade. I could pass out. Who cares? I can't like just let this happen. I need to do something. I need to like save everyone.
I do. Yeah, I actually do like that a lot. Where he's just like, oh man, I'm so scared. I'm gonna pass out, and he's like, no, I can't. I literally can't. If I pass out And, like, I can't help Jellymon evolve, then we'd lose. Everyone loses. We're all dead.
He doesn't have the injure overload. He, like, fights through it, and, that's how he gets through this.
Yeah. And he also does it without doing, like, the limit break thing.
Yeah.
Like, he just does it. It's like, that's kind of like a development in and of itself, that he doesn't, like, swap over to a more serious personality or whatever.
Hey, another callback to the one who sent the Digimon to the human world. I'm putting money that it's Hokuto, no doubt. Yeah, it's the dad, no question.
Definitely.
It's also gonna be the lamest joke in the entire series, and I'm going to be so mad. Like, I can't get mad at that. It would be too stupid to get upset over.
Yeah. Also, Espamon is somewhere else. Speaking of bad jokes, Espamon is out somewhere else looking for the real hero.
The fact they're still keeping this going is, like, the dumbest.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least they keep her up. The joke is gonna be so bad if it happens. Man. Because it's like the fact that freaking Lilith Mom was just straight up like, oh yeah, the person who sent us here just keeps, like, doing it. They seemingly have no motive or reason, and it's like, oh. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So to actually talk about the episode, Scoopamon is pouring water on people's heads, and they start shooting water out of their face, and it floods the city. And if you get water on your head specifically, you do that too, and it's just this never-ending domino effect as the world would be flooded.
Yeah, I should probably... This is, like, extremely horrific. This might be the most horrific thing that we've seen so far.
Visually, this one's the creepiest, I think.
Yeah, visually just straight up. Like, because you're not being literally, like, just bound to another person by their arm or something, but it's like, jeez, this is a lot.
Yeah, it's like it forces your, like, mouth and eyes, like, wide open, and then they just turn into voids that endlessly pour out water, and it's like, yeah, it's creepy.
I do wonder how it felt. This probably felt horrible, because it's like, yeah, imagine, like, water flying out from behind your eyeballs and just, like, forcing its way through non-stop.
I get the implication they're not conscious for this, because after it wears off, they're just like, huh? Oh, okay. Like,
it looks like it would hurt, though.
I know, but the pure non-reaction of it wearing off gives me the impression that they didn't experience it at all.
Okay, theory time. What if the impact of this is just so traumatic? Just so horrible that, like, everyone just represses the memory. What if it's just so messed up that it's like, what? We can't. Let's just not remember this.
I'm pretty sure that's a statistical impossibility. Somewhat. There would be people freaking out in the streets, I'm sure.
Oh, man. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Also, maybe it makes maybe they weren't conscious for it at all, because if they were, then this would be the absolute dumbest case of how do people not know Digimon exist.
I mean, even if you're conscious, like, there's survivors.
It floods a city.
Yeah, but there's, like, people they get to escape, and we see the evacuees, and they look at the flooded city, like, seeing this happen over and over again, and it's like, they have to know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is, like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's like, the people are like, oh, it's the water god's wrath or whatever, and it's like, dude,
what year does this take place in the future? Okay.
No, you know what? Screw it. That's just as believable as there are digital monsters who are breaking in from another world to cause all this trouble.
Will we check out the Digimon stream when it happens or not? February 11th. Good question. What day is that? I might be able to do it. Let's see, 11th, that's like Saturday? Probably not, actually. Yeah, no, I've got so much stuff on Saturday that it's like there's no way I'd be able to, you know?
Because, like,
yeah, there's Danganronpa and everything, yeah. I might, like, check it on my own time after. I don't know if I'd, like, stream a reaction to it, but I might, you know, like, if there's, like, a demand for it or whatever, I might just, like, look up on YouTube and be like, okay, let's just watch through this and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you could always just avoid seeing anything that was, you could always just, avoid all Digimon related stuff and just, like, watch an upload of the video and stream that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Probably more realistically, I'll just watch on my own time afterwards, and it's like, when we get to the podcast, I'll be like, hey, did you hear about this thing that's happening? And it's gonna be like a law of nothing and maybe one new announcement.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fair, yeah. Hopefully news on next story Digimon game. Oh, that'd be great, yeah. I hope they keep that going and they don't just, like, abandon the idea again. Because, like, that's such a promising start.
I'm pretty sure it's confirmed that they're working on another Digimon story game.
Oh, heck yeah. Because it's like, I love how reckless this franchise is, but it really does need some consistency. Like, it really needs one thing you just fall back on and be like, okay, this is just going to be good no matter what.
Yeah, I would like to see a nicely polished, well-localized Digimon story game, because Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory have their issues, mainly in their localization. And it's like there's like tons of spelling errors, like sentences like run on like weird ways.
Yeah.
You probably remember some options are like not, there's like a list of options and they're not options. It's like a sentence broken down into several options for some reason.
Honestly, that's pretty funny. I did like those gags.
I don't think it was a gag. I think it was just badly localized or something. I don't know. It's weird. But Jellymon turns into a Metabot.
Yeah, so I do want to talk about this. It's like, alright, everything's flawed, we have to fire Big Bad. It's Dark Marine Angemon, just straight up.
Pretty much, yeah.
And it's like, yeah, alright, and we get the new Mega Form, and it's like, oh, okay.
I couldn't not think Metabot when I saw this thing.
I was very split on this thing. I feel like seeing it in actions made me warm up on a lot more.
It's cool, I like it.
It's cool, it's just like very weird given what the line was before this, right?
It is weird that it goes from like this like goddess or like whatever princess kind of theme, and now it's like a battle robot. It's like, all right.
Yeah, like freaking Punch Girl, freaking princess / goddess. And now we are apparently named after a Greek goddess, but it's a robot, which I guess is meant to be, it's like a submarine. I think that's the implication. But it's also a common rider, and it does like a whole on like rider kick, and it's great.
There are so many weird things about Amphimon. Like, obviously, the first one being its design is kind of I mean, it still feels like a Jellymon evolution, I guess, but it's also kind of still weird.
That's hot.
And then like Amphimon, Amphimon likes to speak in English,
Yeah.
like, which is not a trait that it's not really a trait that Jellymon has, except when she says darling.
Hey, yo, you love all humans? Yeah, you should revive all the humans. People are fun, you know?
Yeah, and like it's like she beats up Dark Marine Angemon a little bit, and then she's like, "Hey, did you learn your lesson?" And it's like, "Oh, you're mean." And it's like, "Oh, just get along with humans." And she's like throwing in all these English phrases and stuff, and I don't know, it's funny.
Doing like double thumbs up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just, I wish I remembered like specifically the phrases, but yeah, it's weird, but I don't know.
Oh,
Also,
man.
as is the trend with the Mega Evolution episodes, fantastic animation.
Yeah, like, because we were all like, oh yeah, yo, of course Thasmon's gonna carry Kiyo somehow, and she just does it with the tentacles, which is both, like, funnier and, like, less funny than the idea we had before, where it's like she's gonna just bridal carry him. Animation is on point as always, yeah.
I like that Submarimon shows up in this episode because it's like, oh, it's a water episode. Let's make use of this severely underutilized Digimon.
Listen, if there's only water, then, like, you can only use a submarine so many times.
Yeah.
There's only so many situations where a submarine people can fit in will be useful.
Yeah. There's a bit where Kiyo's just like Dark Marine Angemon takes off, and it's like, oh man, how am I gonna catch up with him? I'm like, there's a literal submarine Digimon over there.
Yeah. Listen, you just have to defeat them, or the world is literally doomed. Man, is this the closest we've gone to the actual unironic death of humanity?
I mean, I don't think the implication is that the entire, like, I'm pretty sure it's just this small part of Japan right now, but yeah, if it kept going, it would have gotten bad.
Yeah, because I'm thinking it's like, alright, Kazuyamon, Kazuhamon? Yeah, Kazuhamon. Kazuhamon would have probably done this. This seems way more efficient than Kazuhamon. This seems way more plausible.
Just flood the earth in a catastrophic, like, contagious. This is an SCP. I don't know how familiar you are with it, with SCP stuff. This is just a Keter tier SCP where it's just like, okay. if it's not contained, like, what I mean is, like, this kind of thing is very reminiscent of, like, you see a thing and then it'll spread to someone else and then it'll spread to someone else and so on and so forth. And if it's not contained, it'll just end the world.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I have to imagine that's like the top tier, right?
Yeah, Keter, now that I'm actually thinking about it, doesn't necessarily indicate a danger level. It's how hard it is to contain. Keter is for stuff that is Keter is for stuff that is stupidly hard to contain or is uncontainable.
Yeah, okay, sure.
And it's like the best you can do is keep track of it and minimize damage.
Wasn't one of the SCPs like a tape of a specific basketball game where it's like the people in the tape are self-aware of what's happening and like each time it's reset, the tape resets and they can't leave?
They keep their memories though.
Yeah, and they're just freaking out and getting progressively more and more screwed up.
Yeah. that, as messed up as that is, I think that's considered a safe SCP because it doesn't affect anybody outside of the anomaly.
Not that we know of.
That, and it's easy to contain. I keep forgetting that that's the classifications for difficulty in containment and not threat level.
Just don't play the tape and they'll be fine, right?
Maybe. They might just go to sleep forever, but that's probably preferable to reliving this horrible experience of we're trapped in a videotape forever.
Jeez. Cool news. Didn't he, like, only show up 3 times in O2 or something? Yeah, like, Submeramon gets, like, nothing.
Oh, yeah. There were very few instances where it was relevant. They had to make an entire episode where they're, like, trapped in an oil rig or some crap.
If nothing else, at least he does get good use in Digimon World 3, because he's just water transport.
Yeah.
He's your, like, shortcut travel. Not fast travel, your shortcut travel. Because holy crap, Digimon World 3, why would you do it like this?
Because Digimon World 3 is the game all about inconvenience.
Yeah, what the heck? Like, all you need to do is just make it like, okay, you, like, pull out Submeramon, you go into the water, and you just pop out the other side.
That still kind of sucks, because then you have to be near a body of water.
Yeah, you need to be at the specific port, but at least that's something. At least that cuts things down a lot. I'm off to really shovel again. How a good stream. Hate these snowstorms. Into Digimon World 3, why you no fast travel? Phustus, before you go, will you be doing the Digimon card game after we're done with this or not? I don't know how long you're gonna be out shoveling or what the deal is. It's the first time hearing about this.
If you are gonna go out shoveling, be careful.
Yeah. He might already be gone, actually. I may have spoke too late. Oh no, I'll be out for about an hour. Oh. Maybe then. We'll think about it, yeah. Yeah, I posted in Discord. Oh, I didn't even see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, shouldn't take 30 minutes. I'm probably gonna be real tired. Something. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Alright, that's fine. I just didn't see that, so it's like, alright, never mind. But yeah, anything else we really want to say about this episode? This is like, good evolution episode is good.
Yeah, it's pretty good, yeah.
So I want
honestly,
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, honestly, yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about it.
I want to throw out an idea. Do you think Amphimon can be used on land?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, right?
Because she's amphibious.
There is some really dumb dude in the comments who is getting really angry at the idea that Amphimon might be able to be used outside of the water.
That's dumb. Why wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's like, what the heck?
There's nothing specifically about Amphimon's design that screams that it has to be in the water.
It literally has legs and armor and stuff.
Yeah, at its core, it's still like a fist fighter. look at the thing.
Okay, I just wanted to like throw that out there as like a thing.
Yeah, no, that guy's crazy.
Oh man.
This isn't like a Submeramon situation. And even then, they could just make Submeramon hover above the ground. It wouldn't be the first time, like, a series has done something like that.
Fly. Seedramon can fly around. Like, yeah, of course. I do also mention, like, there is one last thing, and that's that, like, this opens up some weird possibilities, right? Because hear me out. Say we have to, like, fight something in a dangerous environment. Oh, hey, Amphimon, just use barrier and we'll just get inside the thing.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty neat thing. It's like, as soon as Amphimon evolves, Kiyo calls out a move, and it's like, oh, what's that do? It puts up a barrier that keeps him safe and like drains the water out of it.
He calls it out as he's underwater, getting ready to drown and be turned into water. Fair enough, but yeah, it is really funny to look back on, because immediately, like, you know, he's like under the thing, I'm like, okay, so as long as he doesn't breathe in, maybe he's fine. And like, you see the animation, and it's like, okay, well, he's not covering his mouth, but it's the animation, so it's probably fine. And you see him say the move, and it's like, okay, he's dead.
Yeah. I don't know. It did feel weird that Kiyo wasn't immediately afflicted with the water thing, but if he was, then we wouldn't get the scene. I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine, but it's just kind of funny to think about.
It broke the rules a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. I do want to bring up one thing, though, okay? So, hear me out. Space. We can go to fucking space now.
I mean...
Amphimon can just put up a barrier and we can fight something in space.
I mean, maybe if the barrier generates oxygen, I guess.
Yeah, because this is like enough to be like, okay, anime rules, you have the oxygen inside the barrier, we're good. Because it's like, if it works underwater, it should work in space. And it's like, knowing that Hero's whole, like, thing with Gamamon is all themed on stars and space stuff, it's like, I'm calling it now. We're gonna have some big final battle or something where we're going to freaking space, and, like, we're gonna bring out Amphimon, and she's gonna make a little barrier for the heroes to survive in as they, like, call out the things for their Digimon.
Well, here's the thing about, like, the barrier working underwater. There's oxygen underwater. They're like space is a vacuum.
Wait, there's oxygen, but it's bound to hydrogen. You can't, like...
You could put, like, it's a freaking Digimon special ability. You can, like, pull the oxygen out of it or something.
I think at that point, you just be like, oh, they just have air anywhere. I don't think it's like electrolyzing like the oxygen and splitting the molecules to give... I think it's just like, okay, we have a barrier, you're fine, you can just breathe now.
The barrier literally has like an electrical look to it.
Yes. I don't think you're meant to think that hard about it.
I mean, this is also under the assumption that they're going to go to space.
Yes. You just form the barrier. It's like, okay, we have air now. Don't worry about it.
But I'm going to worry about it because underwater, at least you could make up some excuse. And it's like, okay, it's like drawing oxygen out of the water or something.
Is this the one time where I'm like, don't worry about it, it would actually be fine, and you're really nitpicky about the thing? How did we switch roles on this?
I don't know.
What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know, because I thought for sure like you would agree on this, because it's like, yes. Like I said, the water thing makes some kind of sense. But it's like, okay, go to space. It's a vacuum. Where is the oxygen coming from?
Don't worry about that. We have a barrier so we can breathe.
But that doesn't make sense.
It really doesn't, but who cares?
Never mind the issues of space being stupidly cold.
Don't worry, they have a barrier.
Unless the barrier comes with a heater.
The barrier will provide... You know what? It is an electric barrier. Maybe the electricity provides heat.
And also oxygen.
Yeah, why not? She just uses her water powers to pump water into the barrier that immediately electrolyzes into oxygen or whatever. All I'm just imagining is like Ampamon just sending out her little like things, and they're just shooting out like jets of water like Gundam funnels. It's just spraying someone from like all directions at once. It's like, yeah, let's do this, everyone. All the barriers link up, they form a gun. Just a big dumb water gun. Oh man, if they do anything like that, I'm going to have way too much fun referencing Wish from Mercury. Oh man, that's gonna be hilarious. Accuses a character to work on a space program and they accidentally blast into space. Yeah, I wouldn't be put past Ghost Game. We already jumped out of the sky twice in the show already. Don't doubt the Ghost Game our silliness. Yup, Ghost Game makes you lose your mind. All of this accurate. All of this 100% on point. Oh man. So do we have anything else to really get into, I guess?
Nah, not really.
Not really. Next episode, something girl from the Grudge, I guess. I don't know. Let's do this. Later.
But also maybe Myotismon? I saw a bat.
Bat does mean vampire. If next episode is plot, that would be really good. I hope they finally ground a plot 60 episodes into the show.
Yeah, like it could be nothing, but I don't know. They show that preview and it very specifically shows like a bat flying by or whatever. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Good catch.
We might be getting a Myotismon episode.
What the crap would Myotismon even do at this point?
I don't know.
Because it's like, unless he, like, literally turns into Malomyotismon or something, like, it's 3 megas against an ultimate, like, you would have to put literally everyone out of commission and then make Gamamon go Gulus Gamamon, and then Hero would have to literally, like, link with him to do the thing.
But the problem...
Yeah.
The problem is that they've shown Gulus Gamamon to be so strong, and anytime he shows up, I wouldn't be shocked if Gulus Gamamon shows up and beats him.
It's like, we've made this thing so stupid in, like, the context of this show, as far as power scaling goes, that it's like, how do you threaten Gulus Gamamon while not having, like, a threat that's so strong you need a mega for it?
Yeah.
Well, how do you even... What do, you know? What do?
Yeah, I guess we'll find out. It probably won't be an evolution episode of any kind, because we just had one.
Maybe. I hope they just go right into it, yeah.